There's one.
Yes! Yes!
It's Friday night.
Let's go, baby!
Time to tune in.
That's what I'm talking about!
From the mic to the speakers, yeah, we bring the flow.
Fuck yeah!
Welcome to the toe in the show. Let's go. Got laughs, got stories, got business too. We get real talk every week for you. The vibes stay high, the energy's true. Ain't no podcast rocking like the toe in the show. Shout out to the special guys holding it down.
Oh, yeah!
That's when they come around. Dropping hot takes, keeping the crowd amused. Every Friday at 9, you know what the show is. So turn it up now, let the whole crew know.
Oh, shit.
Fuckers don't listen to us. We told you. We was down by 29. We said the game ain't over. And the game's over now. We won.
They heart is gone. They heart is fucking gone. This thing, the fuck out of house.
It's hard.
Woo!
Bro, the whole game, me and you have been saying it's not over till it's
Right.
over.
We don't lose in this fucking house.
Ye Tames beat for the mic. Go, go, go.
Fuck y'all. Go home. The fuck out of here.
Guess who the fuck is back again? Now, I know I'm late again. It's been 3 days. I've been late. They gonna pull me in the office on Monday. He told me to be here at 9, and I said,
That doesn't work for me, brother.
I told him, I will cover the show. I didn't say how. I didn't say what time. I didn't say when. But I did it, baby. What's up? How y'all feeling? Welcome to the Toe in the Show. I am your host, Mr. Show. Finally on his own show. Ain't that's some shit. And I got some coffee. I got conversations. I got stories. We getting deep. I don't give a fuck. Fire me.
Girl, fuck you, Mama Webble.
How y'all feeling? Happy Friday. I know y'all ready for the weekend. So let me start with that. To the people that probably noticed I was late, because you guys are you guys are usually on time. Y'all earlier than me. I do apologize. And I hope y'all didn't think y'all got away. Y'all wasn't gonna watch me. No. Matter of fact, I ain't going extra 30 minutes. Fuck that. But let's start the show. Make sure y'all drop a follow, drop a like. I told you we're gonna get to 10,000 by the time Toe comes back. We're gonna be triple platinum. I'm gonna have a record deal with Sony. I'm gonna have Mariah on the podcast. It's Mariah. We on fire. Island World. Watch. He gonna come back to his spectacular show. Anyways, what's good, man? How y'all Friday going? Hope y'all doing okay. Like I said, today is just me. No co-host. I got a couple of issues I'ma hit. Hopefully we don't get too serious, because you know sometimes, especially when Toe is here, we get deep on Fridays. Hey, pause. Wait a minute.
Huh?
No. Oh shit. Not me and Toe. My bad. Toe. My bad. Fine.
Huh?
Anyways. Like I said, tonight we're gonna do something different. Well, it's not different. We usually talk anyways on Fridays. We're gonna talk. Let's talk. Let's have a chit chat. Have a conversation. Y'all wanna join in? Y'all can. Don't be scared. Let me drink my coffee. But anyways, I think we're gonna keep it on the topic we usually talk about Fridays, which is usually men's health. Talk about relationship, talk about money, talk about getting older. Yeah, I do know I turned 41 last week. It's an age people around me, some people, I'm not gonna lie, some people I know didn't make to even half of that. So it's an amazing feat. So thank you, God. First of all, got to thank God for every day you wake up. Yo, what's good, my brother? How you feeling, Mr. Loki? Let's try to make today the day. I like that saying. Today is the day, brother. You woke up this morning. But like I was saying, bro, it's crazy. I lost track of thought. You see, Mr. Loki, you don't fuck me up. Oh my God.
Damn.
No, I'm fucking with you. But yeah, we talking about getting older. That's what I was talking about. I'm back. I made it to an age that not a lot of people even make it to. So I got to be appreciative for every day that I get. And it's crazy. I heard somebody say this. I don't know, because my grandmother's 117 or something like that. I'm exaggerating. She's like 107. So you never know. But if you're talking about normal ages, I'm 41 and I done lived half of my life already. I don't know when I would die. I don't know when I'm gonna die. But if we go based on like the national numbers, 82 is when people normally die. So I've basically lived half of my life. And that's kind of crazy. Well, it's crazy for me to say. It's kind of scary too. And scary, it's wisening. I don't know if that's a word. Like, you feel scared, but at the same time, you're appreciative that you made it. Because the opposite would have been you not make like, come on, bro. But yeah, it's scary. So what I've decided, this is why y'all see me a little more, is I gotta live the next part of my life, or the second part of my life, or whatever's left of it. Because God forbid, it might even be less. But I gotta live the next half of my life like there's no more to live. Like, that's why y'all see me more. Like, it was always a dream of mine to be a comedian. I was always the funny kid in school. And making people laugh always made me feel good. So growing up as a kid, I always wanted to be involved comedically in something. I don't know exactly what. I never knew exactly what. I didn't know if I wanted to be a stand-up comic. I didn't know if I wanted to be in the movies, an actor. But I remember having so many dreams growing up and being the craziest kid. That's how I came to do a podcast. Like, I used to watch other people and I'm like, nah, that's not funny. Like, that's not how I would do it. Like, if people saw how I would do it, they would gravitate towards me. Not in that way, pause. But anyways, yeah, I had dreams. Like, and living half of my life already and not that I haven't accomplished any of it, but I haven't gone for it. Sometimes you wake up in the morning, or sometimes you wake up and you live life like you don't have an expiration date. Like, it's just a cycle that you go through. You wake up, you go to school, you go to work, And then once you get into that motion or that circle, you forget that life is so precious that you don't know when it will be over. So you sometimes don't go after your dreams the way you should. Like your life depended on it, or like your life is almost over, or like you don't know when your life is going to be over. I don't want to sound cliche, or I don't want to sound like most of the people that I've watched, like Les Brown and stuff like that. But most of the stuff he says and I hear resonates with me, or used to. I remember watching many motivational videos when I was younger. And it's like little by little, life has changed me, I'm going to say. Here, what's going on, Respect? How you feeling, brother? Welcome to the podcast. But yeah, little by little, life has changed me, I guess. The having kids, the waking up and going to work, the losses we take, the heartaches we have. It's like you forget the person that you was, the dreams that you used to have, and you just start getting into that rat race where it's a routine. Wake up, go to work, get home, try to get rest. Wake up, go to work, get upset you don't have enough money, come home. Yeah. By the time you wake up, you 41, like me, and you're like, shit. I fell into the rat race as well, even though I had to, because I have a family. So wisely, I have to take care of them. I can't just go crazy and quit everything and I'm going to become an actor. But the moments when you were younger, not good, bro. My bad. I wanted to get on, but my stomach is acting right since yesterday. You good, my brother? Don't even worry about it. Your participation is more than perfect, brother. But like I was saying, one day you wake up and you're 41. And those moments when you were younger and you didn't have all those responsibilities, you get upset about because you could have had the chance of going after your dreams before you had your family. But at the same time, I don't really ever live with regrets, because I feel like God puts you where he needs you to be, when he needs you to be. So it's always on his time. So no matter how much I wanted to be a superstar, God knows what it would have happened if I would have got it when I was younger. I probably would have met the person my wife. I'm not going to talk like it's a stranger. I would have met my wife. I would have had the kids that I needed to have to, I don't know, fulfill my destiny. I would have became famous when I was younger. But at the same time, don't drag your feet. Like, especially when you're young. People like you guys, especially you too, Respect. You only 26, bro. You young, man. You half my age. So go after your dreams, bro. Whatever it is. Don't hesitate. Don't wait on it. Like, we don't know how much time we have on this earth. And the time we do have here, we don't got to live with shame or whatever. Or I can't make this video because people are watching me. So what? People are looking at me. I don't care. You're probably going to forget about me as soon as you walk. Like, as soon as you go about your business and you continue walking, you're going to forget about me in 5 seconds. So do what you have to. Do your videos. You want to stream. Don't be scared, Mr. Respect. I see you be chasing your dreams. My boy is a great promoter. Someday he's going to be rivaling Tony Khan and... Is it Tony Khan? Both cons. Oh shit, they brothers? Oh no. I just figured it out.
Damn.
The cons. But yeah, back to the seriousness. Make sure you go after your dreams. Don't wait till you're 41 and you're like, damn, back then I should have ran after it. But it's okay. I'm not saying it's over because I just got to catch up to where I should have been. So I got to start running fast. But yeah, that's the first topic of the day. I don't even think that was a part of the topic. That just came out the heart because I was like, it's my birthday. And bro, I'm 41. I'm not saying it's over, but I've lived the years that I got left. So, and that felt short. 41 years felt short. Like, it doesn't feel like, oh my God, I'm old. It was like, that was quick. So I got another that was quick before it's over. So let's go after what we got to do, bro. All right, let me stop talking about touchy subjects. I don't want to be true. I don't want to die. But anyways, let me look through my list and see what we could say. All right, perfect. All right, so the first actual topic that I wrote down about men, and I'm glad respect and people like guys like you are here. Y'all can help me, or y'all can answer the question. I have questions. This question is for everybody. What is something men are expected to deal with silently? Because I was giving you silence to like think about it. Because I think that's one of the biggest problems of being a man. To me. It feels like in situations and stuff like that, everybody wants to know what you're gonna do, but nobody actually asks you how you're doing. I guess you're expected to be fine all the time, like you good. Like, I guess we're not as delicate. I'm not gonna lie, after having a daughter, I see the differences and I see why women are so delicate. Like, I see how I treat her. I see how she is. She just lost a tooth and she's walking around. She doesn't even want to smile. She has to look perfect. On the other hand, my boys, they did not care. They were walking around. They were playing with their teeth, missing tooth. They was enjoying it. So there's a difference. So that's like one question I wanted to ask. What is silent? Well, I'm not gonna lie. Some things that we are expected to do, I would agree upon. Like, I understand. Like protection, of course. If somebody's breaking in, I'm the one that's expected to go downstairs and check. I'm not gonna lie though. When I was younger, if there was if my girl was like, somebody's downstairs, I hear something downstairs. Go check. I don't know. There ain't nobody downstairs. Little by little, I learned like I'm the one that's supposed to be. Oh shit, there's some. At least even if she's just exaggerating, like, yo, I'll be around. Let me go check. Nah, everything's good. But that's one thing I do agree. We are expected for protection. That's fine with me. We are the primal being. Not to sound intellectual, because y'all know I'm not. I don't try to be. I can't spell for shit either. Never been in a spelling bee. I'm good. But that I understand. providing, I understand as well. Like, I don't mind if, well, my wife works, but I don't mind if we both work. If I could provide for both of us, that would be great. But hey, if we killing it together too, shoot. You killing it over there, I'm killing it over here. That works as well. Shoot. No discrimination. We a dynamic duo. What else are we like providing? Other things we are expected to is not to speak about our feelings either. I saw Shaq speak about that. They asked him if he would ever tell his wife or his girl how he feels. And he's like, no. I can never look feminine to my wife, like telling her I have an issue. Like I'm not wording it word for word, but that sounds like what something I'm surmising what he said. And I understood what he was saying. You gotta always look tough to your female. All right. Remind me, let me look through the list. That's too deep. These are stuff that's too deep. I would love to. Next time Toe is here, I'm gonna ask him questions like this. We're gonna talk about men's health. Damn, that's a good question. So you guys getting older, like Mr. Loki, to us that are older like me, people in the middle like Ray. What does being a man actually mean anymore? Like, I could tell you some of the points that it takes for me as I learned growing up. But now that I'm older, I realize that when I thought I was a man, I wasn't. Even at the age of 25, I don't think I was fully a man. Even though you always act like it, oh, I'm a man. Nah. You realize that, like, bro, I was childish. But some things for me, now that I'm older, it takes to be what it really means to be a man anymore. For me, one, being financially responsible. That's pretty easy. Being financially responsible, when you start paying bills, your rent is paid, you got your car note is paid, you got your insurance, your kids, they stuff is covered. Being financially responsible, that's number one. And I wasn't that at 25. I don't remember. I wasn't living by myself yet. I don't think so. I never lived by myself. That's crazy. But that's number one. Number two, protecting your family. That's an easy one. That should be number one, actually. Protecting your family at all costs. And it's through everything. Because you're gonna go through stuff in life. Your kids are gonna need you in school. Somebody bullies them or they bully somebody. You gotta be a parent. You gotta go show up. Your kids get in an argument or you gotta settle stuff with your kids. You know, there's a lot of stuff that you gotta do as a man. Like I got it. So protecting your family, that's number two. Thank you, son. Appreciate that. Excuse me. Hold on a second. Love you. All right. Back to the conversation. I got some food. I'm not gonna eat that till like we got like 30 minutes left. Cause usually I've learned that once I eat on stream, right to sleep like a baby. But back to my list of what it takes, what I feel what I feel being a man actually means anymore. From my point of view, from a middle-aged man. Damn, am I middle-aged? Fuck. I wish I had that button. Fuck. Number 3, being emotionally strong. You know, growing up, your 19s, your 18s, your 20s, you was emotional little emotional little.
Huh?
I fight whoever. What you said? It's like as a man, you learn how to control that better. You know, you learn when to unleash the beast, when is the correct time, when it's not. You're just emotionally strong. You know how to hold your emotions when you need to. You know how to unleash them when you need to. It's not like when you're young. When you're young, it was all, what is it Jacob says? All gas, no brakes. But as you get older, you know when to press the gas. You know when to brake. You know when to coast. Man, this nigga ain't about nothing. But yeah, being emotionally strong. Number 4, being successful. That's pretty simple. Being successful. And it ain't gotta be you ain't gotta be a podcaster. You ain't gotta be a doctor. You ain't gotta be nothing. Just being successful. Like, yo, you got a job. It doesn't have to be paying millions. I got a job. I got a nice apartment. My lights are on. Shit, I got food in my refrigerator. When you could sit back on your old sofa with your feet on the table, watching your own TV, whatever you want to watch, and just reminiscing on how difficult it was for you to pay for this little peaceful place that you're in. That's success to me. No matter how you do it, you could be at McDonald's working 7 days a week. Got my car. I don't care if it's a Toyota Prius. It's paid for. And it works. It gets me to work. I got my own shit. And nobody can tell me shit. That's being successful to me. All right, on to the next one. And most men usually don't. Well, I'm lying. Even talking to people out here on stream, I've actually seen guys that suffer from not having confidence. Having confidence. What it takes to be a man anymore, having confidence. Confidence, yo, sometimes you gotta have confidence in the voice that's guiding you. And I know it's getting too deep, but I'll give you an example. I had to make a decision as a man to uproot my whole family's life and bring them closer. Kids that's been going to school, person that's been working there for a really long time, and just because as the man, I feel like this life would be better for you. And I may be wrong, but you got to have the confidence to know that the voice that's guiding you is correct. And I think that's the problem with people sometimes. They don't really listen to that inner voice of them. And that's probably what get them in trouble. Because sometimes even when you're going to get into that little trouble, you hear that little voice tell you, don't do that. You're like, I heard that. Or I felt that. This doesn't feel right. Or this feels good. Like something's telling me to go this way. Like I know you've had that feeling before. That's your inner voice. And you got to follow that. Like, I don't want to get deep because I don't know the answers. I don't want to be, but I feel like that little voice that you hear is either your guardian angel or God himself guiding you through life and you ain't even know it. Hey, I don't know if you ever felt that. Hey, take this call. This is important. Like, why do I feel that way? Or you get that southern, like, I can't even say the word sudden. I sound like I'm from the South. Sudden urge to go or call somebody. Why am I thinking about this person? You don't really follow it. Like, I feel that your guiding angel telling you, yo, do this. Don't go that way. I felt that. Like, sometimes I feel I'm getting ready to go out and I feel like, I don't feel like going out. Like, this doesn't even feel fun. You know what? I ain't going nowhere. Like, something's telling me not to go nowhere. Okay. So that brings it all back to me following that voice to bring my family where I wanted to bring them. But to make that decision was, well, not even to make the decision. To make the decision, it was easy. Like, nah, y'all need a better life. Y'all need to live easy. But to actually go through with it and seeing what it does to them, because I thought it was going to be smooth. Like, okay. Nah, it was like, you're restarting my whole life type stuff. So to have to make that decision, you got to have the confidence to follow that voice inside of you. Which brings me back to the topics. Confidence. Having confidence. Next one. What does being a man actually mean anymore? Being expected to initiate relationships. Both sex. I was going to say something a little more nice sounding for the podcast, but I'm like, there you go. There's more words if I say both male and female instead of both sex. Sounds better. Both males and female relationships. You got to know, okay, as a man, you're going to, let's say some men go to college. Some men don't and have to get a roommate. Like in situations, when you're in college, you got to be confident and build relationships, especially with people you gravitate to, male and females, because that's when you live your best life in college. You meet best friends, people you hang out with, people you'll be either living with or interacting with for the next 4 years. Of course, females. Run into girls. You gotta be able to build relationships and speak. Hi, my name is Emmanuel. My name is such and such. My name is Show. How you doing? especially male and female, both ways. You got to have the wherewithal to build relationships. And it's crazy. Relationships will shift. Is the word shift or build the way your life is lived? Because I'll give you an example. The way I met Toe was through building a relationship. We met at work. We gravitated towards each other. We saw how similar we were. We became friends. We started podcasting. We became best friends. It's like all that came from building relationships. If I would have been a dickhead, or if I would have been somebody that didn't know, because there's plenty of people that have done the job that I was doing that don't know how to build a relationship, because they'll tell me, they'll like, this guy doesn't even say good morning. So if I would have been somebody like that doesn't know how to build a relationship, doesn't know how to talk, doesn't know how to say good morning, how y'all feeling today, doesn't know how to be somebody charismatic, somebody that makes you want to be their friend. Like I wouldn't mind being his friend. He's a little weird, but he's cool. If I wouldn't have been that, I would have never met my podcasting partner, which we're going to become famous. So y'all better drop a like and a follow, because we're going to the top. I don't care whether you there or not. No, I'm lying. So all my people that are there now, I appreciate y'all. I will always look out for y'all, even when there's a million people sending messages. I will make sure. Matter of fact, I'll make y'all moderators. But building that relationship with Toe led to all of this. Led to podcasting, led to streaming, led to, it's gonna lead to my fame. And all that is from building relationships. So as a man, you gotta learn how to be able to do that. Both ways. And I mean that, I don't mean that sexually with females, because there's gonna be times where it's a female teacher, a female counselor, a female principal, and you're gonna need to have that charisma or that just that simple smile. Cling. Why were you late this whole week? Cling. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm just. I promise you, I've been going through something, and my heart hurts. They broke my heart. Tanisha didn't want to go out with me. You know, something. You're gonna have to be, even with females, you're gonna have to build relationships as a man. Next, initiate relationships is what I meant. What does being a man actually mean anymore? And I don't know. I don't think y'all disagree. But it sucks that it doesn't suck that it's the norm, because it feels good to be the man. But at the same time, it's like, damn, sometimes you feel like the other sex has it easy, but they don't. Because they gotta get pregnant for 9 months. They gotta push a baby out their vagina. You imagine pushing a baby at your anus? Wait a minute. Oh shit, I did it again. But anyways, we gotta give them props for that. So we'll take the brunt of everything. But as a man, I feel you're being expected to pay. Being expected to pay. That's what being a man actually means anymore. Being expected to pay. What do I mean by that? As you build in these relationships from the last topic that we spoke about, as you build in these relationships and you start meeting these pretty females at college that you're trying to get to know more, which you'll never know. There's a lot of people that meet their wives and their husbands in college and they go on to be happy forever. So this might be your forever partner. But as you're trying to get to know them, you're going to start having to either take them on a date, take them out. And that's another topic that we need to talk about that intermingles with this. Yo, Juan, what's going on, my friend? I see the wave. I see you there. From Chile en la casa. Ay, Dios mío. Oh, my God.
Huh?
Bienvenido, amigo. But men, as you're asking these people to actually come and go on a date with you, you're expected to pay. Well, that's another topic I wanted to talk about. If you ask this person out, like if I go up to this girl and I'm like, hey, would you like to go out with me on Sunday night? And she says yes. You're the one that asked her out, correct? So as a man, I feel like you're the one that asked her. So you automatically have to pay for that whole date. For me. Like you asked her out. You're the man. It's your treat. Now, I'm not saying, even if you feel like she's using you, let's say, not even if you feel she's using you, because you taking her out, you don't, usually as a man, you don't even know if they're using you. If they're good enough, you won't know. Some nowadays they don't care, but if they're good enough, you won't know. So if you sense that, all you got to do is pay for the first date and then never ask her out again. We enjoyed a dinner together. I spent $100. It was interesting. I could add it to my book as to stories I could tell later in life and move about your business, and that's it. But you are expected to pay for that date since you're the one that asked for it, even though it didn't go right or this and whatever. From now on, we good. Now, my question to you guys. If you, because you know, I wasn't one of those pretty boys. But if a girl comes up to you and tells you, or either she could tell you either two things. She could tell you, I want you to take me on a date, or let me take you on a date. If she asks you out as the man, are you still expected to pay for that? There's a new champion? Oh, we got a new champion. Hold on. Wait a minute. Who? We won? The Knicks again? We got a new champion, y'all. But if the female asks you out, and depends, because that's crazy. Now that I heard it, I want you to take me on a date. That might still be on you because you taking her on a date. But if she tells you, I'm going to take you out, are you expected to pay? Like, do you at least say I'll pay for half of the date? Or are you expected to pay for the whole thing? Like that's the one where it gets confusing. If I'm asking you out, I agree. The date is on me. But if you ask me out, why I gotta pay? I ain't asked you out. How you know my financials was incorrect? You asked me out. I was broke. You asked me, so I thought you had it. You good? That's how I feel. But being expected to pay, I explained it. What does being a man actually mean anymore? I keep saying it because when I make the clip, I don't want to just be. I notice that it sounds like I'm just talking randomly, so at least I have the topic. Being expected to fix things. You know what's crazy? As a man, I became a mechanic. I fixed my car. As a man, I fixed my dryer. I opened it up. I tried to fix my refrigerator. I opened the refrigerator open. I tried to fix my dishwasher before I bought a new one. Like, you're just expected to fix. Sometimes light bulbs go out here in my house, and it'll be years before I get to change it, but nobody else is going to change it. So we'll be in the dark forever. So I got to fix that. I got to fix the light bulbs. Any door, if you have kids, the kids will yank any door off the hinges. Because they all Superman. They don't know how strong they are. Any door that's dangling, any handle that's dark, anything. Stair post. I'm a mechanic. I'm everything, man. It's hard being a man. Shit. But yeah, nowadays what it means to be a man is being expected to fix things. Start practicing. And last but not least, and I had a lot of points, which is awesome because it's crazy when you just chit chatting with the chat and you got your topics. Time flies, but what does being a man actually mean anymore? The last one, being expected to know what you're doing. So you got to know what you're doing to tie it all together. You got to know when to take a job. You got to know when not to. You got to follow your gut. You got to lead. You got to be the lion, lead the herd. You got to get the bacon. You got to make sure you pick a good partner to live life with. That's something you don't really think about. That makes life a lot easier. Making sure you find a good partner. But yeah, being expected to know what you're doing. And that was the last of that topic. Not that topic, but what we was talking about, what is expected to be a man. I wanted to talk more about what I was talking about with Shaq when he said he couldn't be vulnerable with his wife. And that's a question I had. That's the question I'm going to have for you guys and for the world, whoever's watching. Can a man be vulnerable without losing respect? Because according to Shaq, no. Like, being vulnerable with your partner just adds to their plate because usually they need somebody to run to and be like, yo, let me tell you everything that I've been going through. These kids, school, work. And to add something to them as the man that's providing and protecting for them, it's like a no-no. So it's like you suck it up to yourself, mostly to not add to their plate. But I wonder if there's a way to be vulnerable as a man without losing respect. Because, like, according to Shaq, it's impossible. I'll follow up that question with, is vulnerability attractive? or the society and girls only say it is. Because if you ask women what their ideal man is, most of them will include vulnerability. I hope I'm saying it right. Shit.
Huh?
Being vulnerable. But then when he is vulnerable, it's like, you're not a man. So it feels like a double-edged sword. What's wrong with my English today? Maybe comienzo a hablar español para arreglar esto porque el inglés mío no está sirviendo hoy. But anyways, back to English. My bad. I pressed the ESP button. My mistake. Hold on.
Huh?
All right, we back in English. Sorry. It's crazy. Most women say that that's what they want from a man, but we as men know that's bullshit. If we even become vulnerable, that would be the day she runs off with somebody. But I'll continue follow-up questions. I'm gonna hit y'all with bangers, B. I'm gonna keep hitting y'all back to back. Y'all don't need to answer. The world is gonna answer. We're gonna post all of these. Let me follow that one up with, can a man be broke and feel successful? Well, feel like a successful man. Like, can you be broke and feel successful? And I think that one I could answer kind of personally, because I've been going through that myself, where I felt like I was measuring my manhood by the dollars that I was making. And it's crazy because I'm not gonna lie, the more you make, the more of a man you feel. You know, I got it. But I came to realize that's not even 5% of being me. Like, really, am I gonna really judge myself and who I am based on a paycheck? Like, you telling me I was born in this world? And cover your ears if you're not our age. You telling me my father busted a nut? And out of 1,000 little sperms, I was the one that creep in. Fool. I was the one that got in. And you telling me I went through all that just to measure myself with a paycheck? Like, I was born just to make this paycheck for this company? Nah. Like, I don't know if it's a midlife crisis or whatever it is you call it, but I started to realize, yeah, money is important. I'm not gonna bullshit you. But the way you get it, or the way you go and get it, is totally, I'm trying to see how I'm gonna say this, because there's so many ways I want to say it, because the way you get it would make life easy if you figure out how to get it doing something you love, rather than waking up every morning and getting paid millions to be miserable. And I've noticed there's a lot of people that, as they got older, they realized that, like, many people in white America, or I don't want to say white America, corporate America is what I meant to say. My forgiveness. Corporate America, that were making hundreds of thousands of dollars that were miserable and left their job and probably are making less than half of that and have been the happiest they ever been. So it was a crazy feeling that I felt like what I made equaled the how good of a man I was. And there's more to that than just money. The father you are, the friend you are, the husband you are, the legacy you leave behind, the person that leaves an impression in people's hearts so that when you are gone, they'll remember you for years to come. I remember him. And I'm going to always remember. Matter of fact, I'm going to always keep him alive in my heart because I remember him. So that's what's a little more important now. Leaving a memory for your kids. Making sure that you're there for them so that you make their life as less of, I'm not going to say a misery, but as easy as possible. Because people that grow up without their parents or people that have parents that weren't there have a hard time as they're growing up. They go through a lot of identity crisis. They don't know why they weren't loved by the one person that should have been loving them the most. So that is what is most important. Now, talking about, I'm going to keep it in the same realm. Talking about money. And I spoke about how money made me feel more of a man. Let's keep it in that same realm. And my next question is, does a man's income determine how people treat him? And I don't know how that question pans out, because how would somebody know? Well, I'm bullshitting. People would know how. Well, not even, because people lie and play it off so well that you don't know if people really are wealthy or people are just renting or people are just living an Instagram moment. I don't know, because nowadays you don't know. But how would you be able to tell if somebody's actually like, how would you know somebody's income? Maybe because you already know how somebody would, like, if you see a doctor, you automatically know doctors start at a certain amount of money. But how would you know somebody's income to actually be able to treat them differently? Maybe their car, but that's what I'm saying. People nowadays, the people with the nice cars, I either rented or borrowed. I heard people rent jewelry now. So even if you see somebody with a chain, you never know if it's theirs. Matter of fact, the most rich people I've seen on television, and yes, I've ran into famous rich people in New York. It's New York. Most of these people are not flashy. The billionaires, you won't be able to tell Jeff Bezos in the street. He'll be wearing an Amazon Basic t-shirt and some Amazon Basic pants and maybe some flip-flops. Looking like a geek. Probably drinking some macchiato. Reading a newspaper. you would never be able to tell. Like, he's not gonna be with the Ferrari Murcielago zooming up and down the street. Whoa, whoa, oh shit, that's Jeff Bezos right there. Nah, he's gonna be at a coffee shop, reading his newspaper, wearing the most basic stuff. You would never be able to tell that he's a billionaire. So my point is, most people that you see looking all flashy, they ain't got it like that. Matter of fact, their whole worth is on that chain. So you took your life saving and you bought a chain. Congratulations. So you can't even tell. But I'm not going to lie. I do agree that once you do know if somebody's rich or somebody's this, like you can see it at restaurants and stuff like that. Even on a flight, I've only been on one first class flight. Me and my wife were going, I think we were going to Florida or we were coming to Florida. I don't remember. No, I remember because we wanted the first class. I wanted to upgrade us up to first class on the way back, but we couldn't. On the way there, we was in first class. And you can you see the way they treat you and the way they are with you, the flights, the stewardess, is way different than when I used to be in coach. In first class, I felt like I was getting a manicure while I was flying. You know, those guys that got two hands in the bows, blink, blink, and they got two different girls. This massaging and clipping, click, click, click. I felt like I was on the plane. Matter of fact, hold on. I got the scene of how it was. Give me a second. Let's make this realistic, because, well, I hope I don't think I fixed it. Oh no, nope. Oh my God. Hold on a second. Hold on just a minute. Don't you go nowhere. I'm going to do this right in front of y'all. Boop. Look at that. It's me. Now y'all know how to do this. Don't tell nobody those secrets. Mookie, bring me up to my seat. Come on, fix me. Make me larger. Now flip me the other way so we could do what we was trying to do. Wait a minute. Is it horizontal or vertically? Horizontal. Boom. There you go. Put me the other way. There you go. You see? Boom. So I was here on the plane. We was flying first class. First of all, it did feel like I had all three seats. That one chair felt like the pilot chair, like the chair that the pilot flies in, like the big captain. Ooh, I felt like I was sitting in my chair with two, I don't want to be racist and call Asian ladies, so I'm just going to say girls. Two girls manicuring my cuticles. And there was even a bartender that kept showing up and saying, you want another drink? Yep. And I kept looking to the right as the two girls did my manicures. You want something else to drink? Yeah. Bring me another one. Man, this is awesome. Why y'all never told me about this? I had two girls on my ugly ass feet doing my toes, boo, at the same time. 4 girls. That's what it felt like in first class on the airplane. I had 4 girls. I had one that was running around getting me drinks. The captain showed up out of nowhere while the plane was still flying. Who the fuck is flying this shit? I don't know, but I came to say hi to you because you're in first class. So bang, boom, bing, gave me a hug, gave me the dab, bing, bing, bing. Went back to flying. Like, I'll be back. Hold on. Mayday, mayday. He heard the mayday sign from behind. Mayday, mayday. Oh, shit. I'll be right back. So he left. He went to fly the plane. And that's what it felt like flying in first class. It was amazing. It was amazing. So that does answer the question. Do they treat you different when they think you have money? Shit. Everybody thought I was a famous singer because I look, and I wish I could do a side by side. If Toe was here, he probably put the fucking picture, ping, pong, ping. Everybody at work calls me Black Thor. I don't know if it's the beard. I used to have a hat like him. I don't know if it's the hat. But everybody calls me Black Thor, the guy from the Roots. So that day we was flying in. Wait a minute. Was it? I don't think we were going to Florida or we were going to Mexico? I'm confusing both days. I might be confusing both days. But anyways, that day I had my hat that looks like Black Thor. And everybody kept, like, you could tell, like, when people just talking, like when they tap somebody, boop, 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 and they say something in their ear, and then you see the camera come out, you see the phone come out like this. I'm like, why everybody keep picking up their phone towards me and doing the like, what's going on here? Like, and my wife even noticed it, and she was a little upset. I'm like, calm down. I'm gonna be famous someday with the podcast. You can't be acting like this. They keep trying to take pictures of you. They think you this guy. I'm like, get used to it, honey. That's how it's gonna be. But I forgot what I was trying to make a point about that. I remember now being treated differently by what you make and how I felt with them even confusing me with this famous guy. To me, it feels great. And I can't wait till people are actually confusing me for being me. Are you sure? Nah, you lying. You are sure, man. Can I take yeah, you can take a picture, man. You sure? Yeah. So I can't wait till people recognize me for me. But hey, for now, I'll take fame from other people, especially if it gives me a seat, better seat in first class. You think I'm who? What, you want me to sit in the front? Okay, I'll be him. I can even sing for y'all over the microphone. It's not gonna sound great, but see what happened was I had a concert yesterday, and my vocals is not ready right now, but I'll try. All right, moving along. I like to keep the show running. I don't like silence, especially for the people that are listening on Apple Podcast or Spotify. Hopefully we put it in there everywhere. I had to talk to my boy Toe, because we got to take over. We got to use these videos as many ways as possible. We got to take the voices, put it into podcasts or just radios. The videos goes on YouTube. He's been the same thing he's been doing. Shorts go on shorts. Make little clips on Instagram. We about to be everywhere. Fuck that. We blowing up tonight. That's it. This is the day we go viral. Anyways. Next topic I have for us men. And I'm going to stay in the same topic, because we've been talking about men making money. We've been talking about, do you feel it determines the type of person you are when you make money? So now I have a question for you guys. Would you date somebody who makes significantly? Let me repeat that again, because I want the video to be perfect. I don't want this. I can't even say significantly. So I'm going to switch that word. That word will not be said in the video. Would you date somebody that makes a lot more money than you do? Forget the significantly. You bugging. Would you date someone who makes a lot more money than you do? And to me, it depends. It depends on the situation. Because I'm going through a situation where I could possibly or am or will be making less money than my wife. And I don't feel uncomfortable about it for the motive or the reason why. Like if it's for family, do it. Or if it's to make your life and your family's better, do it. But as a man, going on a date, and let's say, like I said, it depends on the situation, because you might have a good job where you're making your little stash, you're making your $60,000. Like, yeah, I got a respectable job. I make $60,000 and I'm happy with it. I enjoy, like, this is what I was meant to do. I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of careers that don't make money, but that's the career that makes you happy. And I learned that from my mother, because my mother, I don't think my mother, I know my mother was raising me, so I know, I could see from the life that we lived, she wasn't making spectacular money. But one, my mother went to school for 6 years and got her diploma. And two, the one thing she told me, because I asked her, I was like, you went to school all those years and you're going to make that? And she said, I went to school to study the subject that I loved. She followed her passion. So waking up to her wasn't difficult because she was going to do her passion. She wasn't miserable at all. Life was easy for her doing what she loved. That's actually a real big key of life. Do what you love so it feels like you're not working. And I'm pretty sure you've heard that before. And you made me lose track of thought because now I'm everywhere. But back to what I was saying. Would you date someone who makes less money, depending on the story, like I said? Now, if you, like I said, you could have a nice little life where you're making your 70,000, but you meet somebody that makes 120. Now, respectfully, we came to this, and this is what I wanted to do, and I'm happy where I'm at with my 70, and I'm happy for you that you make your 120, but we don't need to disrespect each other. I'm not going to feel inferior because, for one, I'm just making what I want to make, maybe because this is what I wanted to do. Like, if I wanted to make more, I could have did something else, and I could have been miserable, like you probably are. I'm sorry to say that. Damn, the date just ended. Fuck, I said that to her. I'm sorry. Baby, don't leave. My bad. But maybe you're a lot less happier making your 120. And to me, it's not worth the 50,000 to be miserable. So I stayed at my 70. So it wouldn't bother me to date you with your 120. With that story I just gave you. Now, if you as a man meet somebody at a point in your life where you're not, and this ties everything back together, you're not a sufficient man. Because like I told you, at age 25, you feel like you're a man, but once you get older, you realize you wasn't even halfway there. Sorry. But if you, I lost track of. I'm over here like, let me look at the time. Let me look at the subject so I can get back on track because I lost my train of thought. I try to play it off, but anyways, I was talking about making the other side of making more. Well, the other person making more money than you. You don't feel like you are at a job that you're just there because it pays the bills, but you're miserable and you don't feel like you're making enough. And then you meet somebody that's where I was talking. I was like, it ties everything back together because you felt like you thought you was just like doing your thing, but you knew you wasn't because you were living paycheck to paycheck. So you meet somebody that's actually established. She got her career. She got her stuff ready. She got her degree. She got her 6-year degree. She's making her 120. And you're living two different lives. That's when I feel like the conflict would show up. Because it's like, I'm here with my life and I'm already doing the career that I want to do. And you're down here just surviving because that's the job you were able to get, or it's the only job you were able to get. But at the same time, I'm not saying it doesn't mean it makes you less than, but we're at two different points of our lives. I don't know if you're right for me. I don't know if you would, as the man, would feel you're right for this person, even though you enjoy it. Because when she comes pick you up or you go on a date, and that's the thing, when y'all go on a date, even though she has all her shit, she could have triple Mercedes, she could have a fucking BMW, she could have a Jeep, she could have whatever. But as the man, when y'all going out, you're expected to bring your own shit, whatever it is. Like, it's weird for her to come, I'll come pick you up. Like, that even sounds weird. So you gotta come with your fucking little raunchy little Honda, peep peep, tires all busted, and show up to her, and you like, this is what I'm saying. She's used to a certain thing, and you're down here, not saying it's bad. That's the level that you've been able to reach, but it's way lower than the level she's got to. So maybe she's not comfortable dating a person like you. Or maybe you're not comfortable having to go pick up a girl like that you know drives the Jeep or is comfortable in her car, but you got to be the man, and this is the only car I could afford. I got this busted Honda. I got to fucking pick her up. Oh, shit. I wish she could just... Why the rules got to be like this? Why she can't just come pick me up? She got the nice car. Like, you know my car is busted. I don't care. Oh. That's what I mean. That's when it would become a problem when dating somebody that makes more money than you, to me. But if y'all both had a career that y'all happy and comfortable and y'all both confident, hey, I make 40,000 less than you, but oh well, I went to school too. Like, we both confident, we both good. We'll be able to live comfortably. We'll be able to talk about it. Hey, listen, me as a man, I'll be like, listen, you don't got to put your whole 120 in there. How about we go even? If we have a joint account, I got to put 70. You put 70. Keep 50 for yourself. Go do your nails. And we'll come at this evenly. That's how I would feel better that way, but I don't think it would work that way. Women will be like, I'm putting my whole check in there. We going half. It doesn't matter. Some women, well, women up there, some women that make that. Well, I haven't, can only speak about my wife. But once you up there, your thought process is, let's build together. So we'll put it together. Don't worry about you make less or I make less. We're a team. And once you find that person that vibes with you like that, like, we're a team, We're going to build together. That's the person you marry. Shit. Let me see. What other questions? Something I wrote down, and I already know the answer because I don't even think it's enough to retire. But is 100,000 still considered rich? You remember when 100,000 or 1 million? Remember when just knowing somebody? What's going on, normal guy? Mr. Loki, how you doing? See? That's what I'm saying. Money mean nothing. I appreciate that. You see? But trying to look at the question again. Yeah, is 100,000 still considered rich? Remember when 100,000 used to be like the thing? Not even. I think back when I was younger, just being able to see 1 million or having 1 million or being a millionaire, because you have a million, 2 million, you're a millionaire. You got more than 1 million. So back when I was younger, being a millionaire was the thing. Like, damn, how do I make 1 million? And I'm pretty sure for my parents was 100,000. Damn, how do I make 100,000? So I wonder. I'm gonna ask the question for my time because I know damn sure 100,000 is not considered rich because 100,000 is not even a house nowadays. It's not even an apartment. I think my cousin bought a condo, an apartment in the Bronx. It was 150. So that's not even an apartment. But I'm gonna ask you the question of what I thought was rich when I was younger. Is being a millionaire still being like, is being a millionaire being rich? Is still considered being rich? The question is, being a millionaire still considered being rich? Because back in the days, that's usually what we used to aim for or aspire to be. And now it feels like $1 million will be gone by the weekend. By the weekend, by the time you rent, by the time you buy a house, you buy a car. Matter of fact, I'll break it down $1 million real quick. By the time you buy a house, you buy a car because you're gonna want a car to move around. You're gonna want a house to live in forever. And what are some of the things you would want to spend on with this $1 million? Furnish the house. So let's say another 100,000. You're gonna want to play a little. Maybe put some rims on the car, some jewelry. That's crazy. Now that I'm thinking about some things I would buy if I had a couple of million. The house, the car, probably stuff for the house, stuff for my kids, stuff for my mother, pay off some bills. I just said a few things and the $2 million just disappeared in my head. Pew. The $2 million just said, pew, right out my pockets. Depending on the house you get, nowadays, to get a nice house, not even a millionaire house, like a moderate, I'm comfortable house, is $500,000, 500,000. So you're left with 1.5 if you had 2 million. The car you get, depending on the type of person you are, I'm gonna want 2.
Damn.
I'm gonna want 2. I'm gonna be real. I want the SUV to carry my family around. I'm gonna want the sports car for me, the vroom vroom. And I'm weird. I'm gonna want them both to be the same. So if it's 2 Mercedes, 2 black Mercedes, the SUV version, and then the big dog version, the sedan. So let's say we get 2, and the Mercedes SUV is about 100,000, and the sedan I want, the S class, big dog, is another 100,000. If I had $2 million, I wouldn't get the Maybach version. That's $186,000. So I'll just get the S class, 100. So that's 200,000 already. Plus the house, 500. That's 700,000. I'm left with 1.2. Let's say we spent 200,000 on miscellaneous stuff. Miscellaneous stuff for the house, furniture. It's a big house. It's $500,000. Insurance and shit for the cars. Boom, bing for you want to get stuff for the cars. Put some music in there. Let's say miscellaneous stuff, 200,000 stuff you bought. Cause now you saw $2 million in your account, so you spend a little easier. You went into fucking TJ Maxx and saw stupid shit, socks and clothes and TV. I got money now. Fuck it, let's get it. I don't give a. You know how you feel. So that's already $1 million gone. In the house, the cars, and the miscellaneous stuff. You got $1 million left. And don't forget, you got a $500,000 house that's going to be paying taxes every year. So you need money to pay those taxes. So let's say you stay in this house for 20 years and you're paying $10,000. That's $200,000 for 20 years. Out of the mid, boom, just the taxes. Plus, on the $2 million, you got to pay taxes. So let's take another 200. Damn. I'm left with 600,000. 600,000 left already from the 2 million. I'm not a millionaire no more. It's already gone.
Daddy, chill.
Money's gone. Everything's. I need the maintenance on the 2 cars. Who's gonna pay for that? You can add another 100,000. I'm down to 5. Maintenance on the car in the house if something is needed. If you need to fix something, the gas. $500,000. Now, if I was smart, now that I think about it, if I had $2 million, I would take the $500,000 and I would invest it. And I would diversify it into different things. I would buy stocks. I would buy property. I'm trying to look for the word of property. Real estate. I would buy gold. I wouldn't do nothing dangerous like Bitcoins and shit like that. But I would invest in the S&P 500. I would have about 3 to 4 houses rented out, making income. Like I would make sure that the money that I got would be making money for me so that I would never have to work again. And that would be my plan. But as you can see, money would go like that. So back to the original question. Is 2 million even good anymore? I don't even think it's good to retire. I was working it out. When you retire at age 55, you got about 30 years left in your life, my guy. And if you have $2 million at 4% a year, that's about 40,000 a year. I'm giving you a rough estimation. 40,000 a year for 30 years that you got to try to live on before the account where your money is gone. And $40,000 is not a lot. You guys know that. And that's having $2 million. Some people don't even save $250,000 for their retirement. So now that I think about it, I was freaking out about that earlier. I'm like, I gotta make for my retirement. I gotta make more money to live comfortably forever, where I could stream and relax and all the bills are paid. Well, I'm lying because this podcast is gonna pay for everything. But yeah, like I gotta step it up, my guy. Thank you for the like, normal guy. I appreciate you. Make sure you drop a follow too. Don't be like that. But yeah. Why does my shit keep moving? Yeah, I don't think two million is enough. And it's not even 2 million is enough to retire. So I gotta step it up. Gotta start. I don't have to put 2 million away. That's something I guess I want to try to explain to y'all. Hopefully y'all can watch videos about it. It's called compound interest. And everywhere I go, I hear that. If you start putting money away as soon as you start working, which is you usually start working at 20, and you start putting $20 each paycheck away, $20 each paycheck, and it's going towards the stock market, compound interest, depending on how much you put away, by the time you look up and you've been working in the company for 10 years and you have put away $50,000 into your 401k, into the stock market, because you're basically putting it into the stock market. Even if you don't touch it or don't put any more, compound interest from the stock market doing good should get you to about 200,000 in 10 years. Just from 50,000 that you put away. So you have 200,000. So don't think you got to put the whole 2 million. You might only have to put about 100,000, and with compound interest in 20 years of you continue to work, and yeah, you continue to put more money in there if you want. If you could afford, like I could have, you're always going to be able to afford it because that's how you started, and you're continuing to get raises. So more money you get, if you want to add more, it's your savings, it's your retirement. But even if you stop, compound interest will get you 5-6 times what you put away. And that's how, nobody taught me that. That's how you become wealthy. It's not from going to work 17,000 hours. Nobody's ever gotten rich like that. Going to a job, 17,000 hours and putting the money away. And then I got $3 million put away from being a taxi driver or something like that. Nah, they went to work. They made 100,000 a year. They put away 15% of that every year and lived on 85. Well, not even. Put away 15. I think you invest 10. And then you live off 75. I think that's the strategy. So there's people that's how they did it. They started I've actually met people that told me that. I put money away, I put 15% into these stocks. I built a portfolio, and by the time I retired, I was a super millionaire. I had so much money from compound interest because I've been putting away for 40 years. And the stock market just so yeah, start investing. All right, let me go down the list. What else? I think this is a question I asked the guys already. Would you rather make 150 and hate your life or 70,000 and be happy? And I think I already explained it. 70,000 and be happy. Life is not worth. Happiness is not worth any money. And I don't know how to explain it because that's going to be too deep. But If they said, I'll give you $10 million, then I'll wake up tomorrow, you wouldn't take those $2 million. So your life is not even worth $10 million. So happiness is very important in that life. And it's, to me, it's more important than money. It's your life. What other questions did I have? My page, I keep getting lost on the list, so I apologize for always having to scroll. Oh, I did have another money question. Does money buy happiness, or does it buy freedom from problems? And I think it answers itself. Money doesn't buy happiness. It just makes stuff easier. I have less stress, or maybe I have more because I'm living so free that I'm unhinged, I guess. Because there's a lot of people that are rich that are miserable. Or there's a lot of people that are rich that I've seen, sorry to speak about this, that are depressed or that do something to themselves. And it's like, this guy was rich. Why? Like, I thought rich meant being happy. No. It just makes the way you live easier. I mean, you could get whatever you want. You're not stressing about bills and stuff like that. But now you have time to actually worry about other stuff. Funny thing is, you're probably even more sensitive because you haven't really gone through much as you're rich. So now the smaller things that you go through bother you so much. We would have to interview somebody rich to talk about that. That's a good question. But all right. It's 11 o'clock. I know I was about 20 minutes late. So for the next 20 minutes, I'm going to do rapid fire. We're going to do the same thing we did yesterday. Toe's been doing a wonderful job. I see he's been posting all the clips. I'm going to do rapid fire. We're going to cut up the questions. We're going to send it out to the world. And hopefully everybody answers in the comments. You guys get to answer in the chat. And before I start, make sure you like a drop. Make a drop. Oh my God.
Damn.
Drop a like, drop a follow. Like I said, let's get us to 10,000. Rapid fire questions. Don't overthink it. First answer that comes to your mind. Let me take a drink of my coffee. I think that's the recipe for me to be comfortable. From now on, I'll have a little coffee in the stream. My eyes don't look all tired. I feel like I got the energy. I feel like the clips are going to look better. I'm liking this. Having ate, I don't feel like falling asleep. But rapid fire. First thing that comes to your head. Answer. First answer. And I'm going to do it in a this or that type of fashion. So, number one. Before I ask. Damn, he's not even going to... Come on, tell us.
Daddy, chill.
Anyways. I'm going to answer these questions. Like that, I could make it more entertaining as I'm asking them. But like I said, if y'all want to answer them in the chat, we're out there. If y'all go answer them in the comments for me, and I'll gladly reply to the comments. But first question. Love or money? Love or money? Damn. Started off strong. Damn. Can I be cliche and say both? Why I can't have love and money? Like, I want to be with my wife, but I want to have money too. Like, can we have money together? But from living life and being honest, not trying to be funny, you always pick love. Love will lead you to money. Love will make you want to go make money. Love and being in a relationship or being with someone is, I feel like it's your ultimate purpose in life. You don't know that till you get older because you're growing with this person old. And basically, once the kids are gone, you're going to live the rest of your life out with this person. You might die in this person's arms. So, love will always be my answer. Especially, I've seen people that have money, but not the love, and either die alone or everything around them goes to shamble once they die because their relationships weren't built on love. So once they're gone, everybody's still fighting for their money. So everything goes to shambles. But once the relationship is built on love, once you're gone, they're going to bury you respectfully. You left everything in order. So my answer is love, to not get too deep. Next question. And again, my thing moved. Oh my gosh. What's going on?
What?
So I know you there.
What?
Anyways. Number 2. Peace or passion? And I think this depends on the person you are and what point of your life you're in. Because my boy told, growing up was not peaceful. And he will admit it to you himself. He was not peaceful, but he was very passionate. And when you're younger, you are very passionate and you don't know how to control it. And that passion might lead you to get in trouble. So, depending on what point of your life you're in, I'm guessing the answer will be different. But for me right now, and for me always, because I always was a peaceful type of person, my wife might disagree because, you know, when you live with somebody, the peaceful kind of person leaves because you got to live with another adult. It's different. You'll find out. But I was always somebody that gravitated towards peace. So I'm going to pick peace over passion. Even though to be a man, passion is needed. Passion for your job, passion for anything. For what you do or trying to accomplish in life. So you need a little bit of both, but I'll take sorry, I pressed the wrong button. I'll take nothing move. Come on. I'll take peace over passion. Number 3. And this depends on the person. But what point of your life you're in? But at the same time, maybe the answer will be the same. It doesn't matter. But the next question is, why you keep moving? You're not making me smooth. Marriage or staying single? And it depends on the type of life you live or what point of your life you're in. For me and Toe, we're to an age where and maybe I'm speaking for him, but I know he's following love or trying to follow love. He's to a point where he's to an age where he needs love, is what I'm trying to say. So he would choose, for me, he would choose marriage. Like he wouldn't choose the staying single life because the way he maneuvers and the way I've grown to know him. He wants the marriage life. Like he's not. I've met people that are the stay single forever type of people. I got a cousin like that. He's been single his whole life. He's almost 70. Oh, damn, cuz I'm sorry. I know he's only like 55. He's been single all his life. And I know he could get girls because I seen him do it in clubs. But he's happy by himself. But people like me and Toad, I didn't think. The crazy thing is I'll say something in confidence, even though I know my damn wife is always listening. There's no that she got antennas. When I was younger, I didn't feel like I wanted or needed to be with anybody. And sometimes you even yearn to be by yourself. Like, I'm good. I can live by myself. Come home, my little studio, have my little man cave type of shit. But you start to realize that your life and your purpose in life is to be with somebody and share your life with them. It's actually said in the Bible. And to actually procreate, which means to have kids, for the people that don't know what that meant, but your purpose in life is to live harmonious with somebody. Where are these words coming from? Did Toad download a language package on my show? Anyways, to live harmonious with somebody and build a family and watch that family grow and have their own family. And all that starts with a marriage and a relationship. So that would be my answer. Damn, I got a lot of these, so I don't gotta move fast. I'll be late. I came late. I'm gonna do my 2 hours. Matter of fact, I'm at one. Time has flown. This has gone smooth. I gotta help Tom more often. Maybe we'll alternate and he'll do 1 week, I'll do 1 week. But this was dope. Just talking to the camera, and by the time I looked up, it's already 2 hours. Time flew. But another question out there for the world. And this is another question that I'm gonna be biased with because it's already. Well, maybe I could talk real with y'all. Being a father is hard. It's difficult. Like I said yesterday, it's a lot much easier when you pick a good partner to help you with that. Or do most of the work because, she does most. She's great. Shit. I appreciate you. One day I'm going to give you the world. But if you pick the right person, raising kids is still hard, but it's a little easier. But raising kids is difficult. Every aspect of it, the money, the emotions, this is your most precious entity. Yeah, he downloaded a fucking package, fucking language package to my fucking mic. What the hell is an entity? Come on, man.
What?
Anyways, it is your most valuable entity. So you're going to go through ups and downs about your kid. Whether he's going to a good school, I wonder if he's being bullied. Is my daughter going through something with one of her classmates? Did my son get in a fight? Is he talking to people correctly? Did I raise him right? Is everything I'm doing going to pan out right? Because I've seen people that raise kids, God forbid, and I could only imagine to see them become anything negative, like a thug or something like that. It's like, damn, did I do something wrong, or he just was destined to be like this? But all of that, like, it's difficult. Maybe it's a little easier when you're raising a dog and you've raised a monster and he bit somebody in the leg, but this is a human. So it freaks you out having to let them go out and thinking, how am I going to protect you while you're out there? Like, I need to be around you 24/7. Like, trying to let them fly, hoping that they're okay, making sure they survive. Having kids is difficult. So that leads into the question, kids or no kids? And for me, no matter how difficult it is, I would have my kids again. They're awesome. Little by little, you start noticing that it's what your review was meant. You start transitioning. You thought you was meant to do something, or you thought you had an idea, or you thought your life was going to be a certain way. And then little by little, you just start transitioning into, my life is seeing them become who they're going to become. My life is being in their life. My life is enjoying my kids. So I would do it all over again. This is a crazy topic, and I ain't gonna get into it because my wife would love to, but I ain't. I'm gonna stay away from this one, but I'm gonna ask the world. This question is not. The show is gonna stay out. This question: do you forgive cheating, or do you automatically walk away? I ain't in this question. I ain't here. Listen, I'm an honest man. I would never. I am top notch. Ave Maria Purissima. No further questions, Your Honor.
What?
But yeah, that's the question for y'all. Next question. Moving on. Let's get away from that one real quick. Run away. Run away. And this is a question I've asked Toe before, and he's answered it, but he's been wrong in his answer because the answer's no. But he's still like, yeah, I'll do it. And then as soon as I ask him, okay, so, because the question is, let me ask the question so I could put it into perspective. Question is, can men and women really be friends? And Toe says, yeah. And I'm like, no, bro. So you telling me you could be friends with somebody you never want to fuck? Like, if she called you one day crying, let me tell you, bestie, my boyfriend cheated on me. Hey, we should get back together. We should get back on here. Let's get him back. You want to come over and have some sex? You know damn well by the time she say you want to come over and have a hello? Who's at the door? It's me. Open up. The friendship will be right out the window. And the funny thing is Toe agrees with that, because he's like, he'll even say it himself, we're friends, we cool, but you let me bite you, I'm gonna bite you. So is it really, because my male friendships wait a minute.
Daddy, chill.
Let me say this correctly, because this might sound a little homo. But I'm basing it on how you are friends with your male friends. And I hope that that if your boy, if your male friend called you, I just broke up with my friend, you want to come over and fuck me?
Daddy, chill.
Listen, bro. That only works for her. It don't work for you, bro. So I'm basing it on the relationships you men have with men. Can you really have that type of relationship with a female? Like, can you be friends with a female and she says, come over, let's have sex, and your answer to her would be, you joking? We've never. Why you talking like that? We've never even thought about each other like that. Don't joke. Like, if your answer's like that, that's what I mean. Can you be friends with a female in that way? That even if she tries to pursue you sexually, you like, chill. Like, I don't want to ruin the relationship, the friendship. And I've heard many men say that. We haven't had sex because we don't want to ruin the relationship. But that's bullshit coming from a man. That's just somebody that's not his type. She's cool. She's probably ugly. Sorry to say that. She's cool. I'm not going to just stop talking to her and break her heart. We're friends. We don't really do, we don't talk like that. If a guy says that, it's because the girl is either ugly or she's crazy. But moving on, because like I said, I got a lot. Would you move for love? And I wish my boy Toe was here. Because this would be, oof. Matter of fact, save these clips. We're gonna bring it back next week when Toe is here. Would you move for love? You met some, and I think I know the answer. Because if you met somebody and everything's going smooth and you're getting all the right hints, and it's been going on for years, and you love each other, and you just wish, and the only problem hindering you guys is that you live so far, you would know when it's time to get, like, I need to move closer to that person. This is the love of my life. Especially if you vibing in that way. Matter of fact, if y'all able to even get engaged before y'all even live in the same state, it's over. Like, we so in love that we got engaged and we don't even live in the same state. I need to move. Man, this thing is rough. Yikes. I let it get too cold. My bad, I got hungry. Now I can eat because the show's almost over. I don't mind getting sleepy. I got too much energy right now. Woo! That was good. Thank you, bro. Would you move for love? If y'all vibing and everything feels right, yes. Next question. Would you take your ex back? This is crazy. Even with my boy not being here, I already know the answer.
What?
Hell nah. That bitch is crazy. I don't need to. I'm married. I'm good. Moving on. Damn. And this one, I want my wife to cover her ears. Because again, there's a topic that show is not getting into. But is emotional cheating worse than physical cheating? And I think I can answer the hell no. Especially for my wife. Emotional cheating is not better than having to imagine somebody inside your property. Nah. We are good. Emotion is just a thought. Okay, you had thoughts inside my brain, my wife's brain, but to be inside the vest, being inside the car is different than just looking at the engine. So we good. That's a perfect reference. Being inside the car is a lot better than being just looking at the engine. So look at the engine. Don't be inside my car.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
Moving on. Damn, shit is getting crucial. Keep your eye. You know what, babe? For the rest of this conversation, just keep your ears muffed like this. You ain't hear shit. You can even do the la 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 la, just so you won't really hear me. But next question: can you love somebody and not trust them? Shit is getting crucial, and there's many relationships currently that live that way. So I know the answer to this. The answer is yes. You can love somebody and not trust them. And you could even be with them, be married to them. And it's sad that you went through whatever you went through with that person, that you don't trust them no more. Because now you have that shadow of having to live that way for the rest of your relationship with that person, where you're like, what if I don't trust you? And it's sad that you got to live that way. And I apologize. Moving on. Is marriage still worth it? And it kind of depends on the partner, because the people left out there are becoming less and less worth it. It's not the marriage, it's the partners. I don't know if it's the phones, I don't know if it's the internet, but is people, I don't know if it's this generation, people are different. Before, like, I'm pretty sure if I looked it up, the marriage rate now is a lot lower than before. Because people felt like I don't know if they had more ethic, but they were more loyal. Like, okay, we're in this forever. I know we're going through something. I know we went through something, but let's fight together. Let's continue to live life together. And then there's people that, well, nowadays, shit, you didn't tie your shoelaces right. Ew, you didn't tie your, nah, I can't do this. We can't live together. You tie your shoelaces backwards. Nah. We need to break up. Nowadays, people don't tolerate shit. You drink coffee? Nah, I can't do it. I like tea. Nah. That's it. Like, we good. So marriage is worth it. The people out there to get married to are becoming less and less worth it. So you got to look harder for one that is worth it. And this sounds like a riddle. Next one. Would you rather be respected or loved? And damn, this sounds like some mafia question. Some drug dealer question. Respect or love? Respect. Because if you respect me, you'll be loyal. But yeah, would you rather respect or love? And I think I'll answer this one, because I've respected a lot of my bosses, but that doesn't really require any emotions or anything beneficial to that person. I don't think so. Maybe it feels good that I'm being respectful, but I'm pretty sure it wouldn't feel as good as feeling loved. And once you love somebody, I noticed this, I've learned this with my wife, because I used to be disrespectful. But once you start loving somebody, really loving somebody, you're gonna want to respect them in every aspect. Except for when you steal their speaker or use the towel. Those are inside jokes. But you're gonna want to respect them. So my answer is gonna be love, and that'll come with respect. But your answer in the comments, let me know. Next. And I think this is the same question as would you go back with your ex? But I've been noticing that's a new trend, so that's why I wrote this question down. Could you be friends with your ex? Because now I've noticed that's like the new trend, mostly for females. Like, yeah, I'm ex with all my, I'm cool with all my exes. We can still talk. They still cool. Like they besties. Like we still hang out. We play ping pong. Like that's the weirdest shit. Like, can you be friends with your ex? I feel like it depends on the situation. Depends on how you broke up, the reason you broke up. Maybe I came to a mutual realization like we're not meant for each other. We should just let go and go be happy. All right, cool. I mean, no hard feelings. You still got my number. You know what's up. Like we cool. Depends on how the relationship. Some people broke up because they went through some serious shit. Some people broke up because the other person did something. Those are people you're not gonna want to be friends with. But like I said, now the new trend is I'm still cool with all my exes. It all depends. Maybe you got kids with your exes. So it is required for you to be cordial and friendly towards the person that takes care of your kid. So it depends on the situation. Next question. What's worse? And I know this is going to sound similar, but hey, it's hard writing questions for every show, dude. Like, I'm going to run out someday. But the next question. What's worse? Being broke or being lonely? And I've been both. And I'm going to say, being broke is harder. I don't care about being lonely if I'm in my mansion. Fuck y'all. No, I'm fucking with y'all. Being damn, that's a hold on. Let me put my phone down because that one I want to answer it honestly. What would be worse, being broke with mad people around you? Because I'm not lonely. I got friends. I got loved ones, but I'm broke. But people still love me with my brokenness. Or being lonely, like, damn, I don't have time. Like, I'm pretty sure people like Kanye West and people like that travel and work and stuff and make all that money are lonely. They don't have time. Like the song he said, he has time to show up to a party for 5 minutes. And he's usually showing up to the party late. And then he has to go. He's just there to say, like, if you go to a family member birthday party, he's just there 5 minutes. How you doing? Gotta go. He's not really building relationships. Nobody really sees him because he's always at work. If they do see him, it's on TV. So it's like, I'm pretty sure they're, from all the work they have to do, they're pretty lonely, which is why they try to have women on the road and stuff like that. Compensate. I can't even say the word. Compensating. But I'm pretty sure he's lonely at times. But he got money. But to answer the question, I would rather be broke with all the love of my family. Matter of fact, that's me right now. I'm broke. And I have love from everywhere. You guys love me. My family loves me. My wife loves me. My kids, my brothers. You learn that as you go. They show you by sacrificing their time to come be around you. So that's my answer. Next question. Ooh. Hold on, I'm sorry, Mr. Loki. Let me read your answer because I'm over here cruising and I ain't even checking you out. My bad, bro. Lonely because money can't always come back. See? We picked the same, Mr. Loki. This is why we here. Cause we alike. Hold on, let me get another scoop of this. Hold on. All right. Let me finish chewing because I don't want the chewing in the clip. And this question is a good one. All right. Let me get it together. Let me look good. Gotta look good. Gotta look good to become famous. Hold on. All right. Next question, and I said it was a good one. Would you rather know the truth or stay happy? And I don't even think I should give context because it could go in many ways. Would you rather know the truth, like about anything? There's plenty of things that you like. It might be somebody out there that doesn't know if they're the father of a kid and they've been raising it for 15 years, let's say. I'm giving you a scenario. And little by little, the older that kid gets, the less it looks like you. Would you rather know if that's your kid? Or would you rather know if that's your kid and be devastated that you just spent all these 15 years with a kid that's not yours? Or would you rather stay happy? I don't need to know. I'm good. And I don't mean that's the only example, but I gave you a good one. Would you rather know the truth or stay happy? And the funny thing is, I think this question, depending on the sex that you are, because now that I think about it, females. Funny thing is, I'm lying because females will say this. I'm pretty sure that they'll agree with me. Females will always want to know the truth. I don't know why. Don't lie to me. Just tell me the truth. I can handle it. And they always think they can handle something. You can tell me this ain't your baby. This ain't my baby. What? You had another baby? I can't handle this. They always want to know the truth so they could go into drama. But to answer the question, I think I would want to stay happy. That shit would be devastating. Then you got to think about that the rest of your life. Depending on what it is, I'll choose stay happy. My happiness is not worth that craziness. We're almost we got 5 more questions and then I'll leave y'all alone, I promise. Can money ruin a relationship? And that's an easy question. Hell yeah. Money, it's said that money changes who you are. Bullshit. I've heard this before somewhere. Money brings out who you really are to the 10th power. So if you was a dickhead, you're going to be a super dickhead when you got money. So, yes, money can ruin relationships. That's my answer. Is jealousy? Wait. Let me bring it back, because I ain't even let y'all know I was going into. Y'all might have thought I was in the same subject. I'm not. I'm going into the next subject. Next question. Is jealousy proof that you care? And as a man, I'm gonna answer this from the point of view of my wife is super jealous, or used to be. And before, it used to be annoying. Like, damn, this bitch is crazy. But now, or even when it happens sometimes, it's kind of like cute. Like, okay, you still love me? So, yes, jealousy is, well, depends. Now I'm going to change my subject, because now that I think about it, I've went through situation. It's proof that you care, but at the same time, it's also proof that I'm not going to let you just play me in my face. Like, it's I guess a respect aspect. Like, hey, you play it. Like, I'm jealous. Like, hell no, you ain't going to do me like that type of shit. Instead of more like, you're not taking my man. So at the end of the day, yeah, it means you care. What's the biggest okay, let me restart that so I could sound smooth. What's the biggest red flag in a relationship? And this question I think I'm going to save for next Friday, because I would like, especially for my boy Toe, we could talk about it from a singles point of view, or we could talk about it from my marriage point of view. And we could go back and forth about it. We could have a good conversation about this. This could be one of the topics for next week. So I think I could kind of answer the question. What's the biggest red flag in a relationship? When you could tell that the girl's crazy from the first night, and you think you could deal with it, or you think you could change it. Well, that's not even a red flag, but usually that's what happens when you see that red flag of the girl being crazy. Oh, nah, I could deal with it. Well, how crazy could she possibly be? And you see it every time you take her out, but you keep ignoring it. I think that's the biggest red flag. That's how you end up with your dick cut off. No further comments. What's the biggest green flag? This one is a little easier. When you're on the 5th date, I'm going to give you one green flag for me. 2 green flags. She meets your mother and your mother gives you the thumbs up. That's a green flag. And second, I'm going to give you a scenario. You're on your 5th date with this girl. And at the end of the day, y'all finish eating. Y'all having a wonderful night. It was great. I might have already banged already. I don't know why that even matters, but, you know, I mean, I'm trying to say the relationship is going well. And y'all on your 5th date. And the check comes. And you go to grab it. And she's like, nah, baby, I got this one. You done bought us food the last 4 times. Like, let me get one. That is the biggest green flag to me. Like, wow. You want to, like, you might even feel uncomfortable. Like, I don't know if should I just comfortably let her pay for this? She's trying. Like, I can't disrespect her and be like, nah. Is she doing it out of kindness? Like, she's just offering? Does she really want to pay? But to me, that's a big flag, a big green flag. I don't know why. I found that so sexy. I got it. I'm thinking about you now. You've been thinking about me. That's a green flag. Last question of the night. And look, I've been here 2 hours and 20 minutes. So I might have came late, but I did my shift. Y'all put me in, schedule me in. I put my little card, click. I punched in. I don't tell Toto, you know, I love him. But anyways, last question of the day. I think, damn, I asked the boys this question. And I don't want to make that the last one. Matter of fact, this might be the topic for next week. So I'll give you the topic for next week and last question of the night. I gave a few topics for next week. So now we have some stuff to talk about. Toe comes, he's going to bring his own topics. We're going to have a banger next week. Are us like a baboon? Are men asking for too little, or are women expecting too much? Me and Toe, next week we're gonna debate that, and y'all can show up and hear that conversation and how that goes. But for now, I do want to say I appreciate y'all for showing up tonight. And I appreciate every night y'all do show up. I want to say thank you, because your time is very precious and you chose to spend it with me. And you didn't have to. But on that note, thank you for coming by. Thank you for sharing this night with me. It's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead signing out. Good night. Peace. Arrivederci. We made the week. And good night. Thank you.